3 hours of moderately intense cardio a week, plus 1 day where you're doing some HIT cardio on top of that.
Is a 5-fold reduction in all-cause mortality.
5-fold! 5! Coach Greg, and I'm about to do a bike race. Just listen to an amazing podcast between Joe Rogan and Peter Attia. It was so good, I had to immediately record this video, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic. They're talking about how beneficial cardio is for your health and longevity, and there is in fact excellent news. Previously, I'd said, can you out-exercise a bad diet? And I was saying, no, you can't really. But the stats are out, and the truth is you can actually increase your longevity more through cardiovascular exercise than even the dangers of smoking or diabetes. That's right, if you become fit or very fit, you can drastically increase how long you can live. So there's good news for a lot of us bodybuilders, people who are abusing PDs, smokers, people drinking, or perhaps eating a poor diet. But if you actually work out, get in really good shape, you can negate a lot of those harmful consequences. But by how much? Well, let's listen and find out, and it is huge. I'm not making this up. Please watch the videos and learn just how important it is to be fit.
I think exercise is the single most important longevity drug we have, bar none.
And I've said this before, and it's no different. Exercise beats any drug, any prescription anyone could ever give you in terms of how effective it is. The number one pill that would be prescribed by doctors to people around the world, if it existed, was diet and exercise. But we're talking exercise only here, and just exercise is better than anything you could ever do. So if this doesn't motivate you to get off your ass and start doing cardio, try to be fit, I have no idea what will ever change your mind.
Your risk of death from having high cardiorespiratory fitness goes down by much more than your risk of death goes up from smoking or diabetes.
Perhaps you don't understand exactly how big this is. As bad as smoking or diabetes is, as much as it can shorten your life, doing cardio and being physically fit can increase your life by even more. It's that good. So why aren't you doing it?
Smoking and diabetes will double or triple your risk of death.
Diabetes and smoking can double or triple your rate of death, but being very fit to an elite level can increase it by 3 to 5 times as much.
Having very high cardiorespiratory fitness, so having a VO2 max that is elite, we would define that as the top 2.5% of the population, compared to below average, is a 5-fold reduction in all-cause mortality.
You are 5 times more likely to survive if you're at an elite level. And you have no idea what elite is. I know you don't, so we're going to clarify it right now. The top 2.5% of the population. That means out of every 40 people, 1 is more fit than you. You're in the top 2.5%. It's freaking impressive, but it's not so elite. It is like 1 in a million. It's 2.5 out of 100, 25 out of 1,000, 250 out of 10,000, 25,000 out of a million. If you're in that top 2.5%, top 25,000 out of a million, you will have 5 times the likelihood of surviving.
You get most of the benefit, honestly, by going from not fit at all to average fit.
And the beauty of this is you don't have to be elite. You don't have to race bikes like Coach Greg to get this benefit. Just going from unfit to fit is a 3-fold reduction in causes of mortality. 3 times fewer chance of dying from just going from unfit to fit average. And what do I keep preaching? 150 minutes of cardiovascular exercise per week. That's 2.5 hours. But what does he recommend?
A stationary bike. And and also wattage is such an easy metric for people to understand. So how many watts are you putting out?
I love this. He's talking about the bike. You know I love the bike. Talking about watts, how many watts you're putting, zone 2 heart rates and so on. And 150 minutes of cardio a week, that's all you need. Moderate pace. You will get the 3-fold reduction in consequences leading to death. 3 times fewer chances of dying. Is that not worth it? But if you want more, you can do what he suggests. And what exactly is that? Well, let's see.
You probably need to be doing at least 3 hours a week of that zone 2, which is building an aerobic base. 4 45-minute sessions, constantly driving it up. Honestly, one session of VO2 max training per week, and the best protocol for that is the 4x4 protocol. So that's 4 minutes at the highest output you can sustain, and then 4-minute recovery, and do 5 of those sets once a week.
And if you want to get up to that elite level, that 5-fold increase, it's going to take more work than just 150 minutes of cardio a week. What do they have to do? 3 hours of moderately intense cardio a week and 1 day of hit cardio, we'll call it. Kind of hit, not really, but 4 sets of 4 hard minutes. You're riding on the bike, you're pushing past the pain, you're going harder than you want. Then you rest for 4 minutes and you repeat that 4 sets. That's really pushing the boundaries, forcing your body to improve its cardiovascular fitness. Like when Coach Greg does bike races, it's not moderately intense cardio, it's hard. But I'm at that elite level, the top 2.5%. And that's great to hear because it can offset some of the negative things I've done in the past. You know, things like abusing PDs, perhaps force feeding, bulking up, staying up late, maybe drinking, whatever you're doing. Cardiovascular exercise is that prescription that every doctor would want you to do. And I better be careful. Please ask your doctor. Make sure you're allowed to do exercise. I'm not your doctor. I'm just saying what I think the doctors would say. And they're saying you probably should exercise.
The best is like an Airdyne that works the arms and the legs? Or do you think just a regular bike that just works the legs? Like what is...
It really just matters that you're consistent.
And he's saying, what kind of cardio? What kind of cardio does it have to be? The Airdyne where you're using your arms and your legs, or just the bike, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter!
Obviously, it's easier to put out more watts if you're using your arms and your legs, but in the end, all that matters is that you're doing something. 150 minutes of cardio a week to get fit, 3 times less likely to die. Or if you're really keen, get in 3 hours a week of moderately intense cardio and 1 day where you're doing some hit cardio to really push your fitness. And so a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people are saying, oh, there's so much death going on. Bodybuilders are dropping like flies. What are we going to do about it? Well, this is what you can actually do about it in the real world. Get off the couch and start doing cardio. Make it a goal. 150 minutes, moderately intense cardio a week. Go from being unfit to fit. You really want to push it. You're really keen, go for that elite level of fitness. 3 hours of moderately intense cardio a week, plus 1 day where you're doing some hit cardio on top of that.
Is a 5-fold reduction in all-cause mortality.
5-fold reduction in all causes of mortality. 5-fold. 5! Not 20%, 50%, 5-fold. That's 500%. Not many people are good in math. I know you don't understand this, but that's huge. So no matter what you're doing or not doing, whether it's drugs, force feeding, crap, doing whatever, if you can get fit, really in shape, that is going to dramatically increase the chances you will be here on this earth for a freaking long time. So the next time you see someone had a heart attack or someone made a video of what PDs they're using or not using, think to yourself, why am I not trying to get fit? Getting fit is the one thing that I can do, that I can be proactive about. No matter what's going on in this world, I can get off my ass and go for a friggin' walk. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IPE Pro. Please watch the bloops and the friggin' pre-workouts kicking in. Go and race editor Steve. We'll see who comes out on top. I also have EAs during my race so that I stay hydrated because I don't like drinking plain water. To purchase harder than last time supplements like turkesterone, the pre-workouts, all that stuff, click the link in the description. Cook books to help you lose weight, keep it off. Training books, coaching plans by me, my team. Until next time, go on a race.